Hi students, welcome to Verbal Ability Training module. So today we are going to learn about sentence improvement. So students, first of all let us get some tips and tricks to solve questions in verbal ability exam, right? It is related to sentence correction. So one of the most scoring as well as tricky part of verbal ability section is sentence correction. You need to identify whether the sentence is grammatically correct or a part of it needs to be replaced. So what do you need to know for that? A few fundamental rules of grammar and correct word usage of words, right? So what we do in such questions, right? When we correct such sentences, we may find a part or the whole sentence in bold or underline, right? And the students are expected to find the correct phrase to replace it. Basically you need to figure out the grammatical error in that particular part of a sentence. So first of all, as we have already discussed subject verb agreement, let us follow some rules. As the name itself says, the verb used in sentence should be in accordance with the subject. Both should be either plural or singular at the same time. For example, the girl was reading, the girls were reading. And next, in case of collective noun like army, herd, etc., the verb used is singular. Similarly, for subjects connected by and or, plural verbs are used. If the sentence begins with each, anyone, everyone, a singular verb is used. For the sentences that contain either or, neither nor, pairs, the verb used will be singular if both the subjects are singular. In case one or both the subjects are plural, the plural verb is used. Often there arises confusion between usage of I and me. Let us see the following example. Mary and I joined the sports club. Here, Mary and I are the subjects of the sentence. Now let us come to the next sentence, which says, John took Mary and me to the sports club. Here Mary and me are the objects of the sentence. Similarly, in case of comparison, I is used with the other subject. For example, he is shorter than I am. Repetition error. Sometimes there is redundancy in sentence. In other words, the same thing is written twice in a single statement. Most of the times you can spot such errors easily. For example, I returned back from Goa. Right? When I am using return, why to use back? If I am using verb instead, for example, I say I came back from Goa. Here it is correct. So with return, you will not use back. Next, errors in modifiers. As you can guess from the name itself, modifiers modify the subject. So where do you think should the modifiers be replaced? Yes, they need to be replaced next to the subject it modifies. For example, sitting in the garden, a scorpion stung her. Here you can't figure out who is sitting in the garden, the scorpion or the girl. This is an incorrect way. The correct way would be sitting in the garden, comma, she was stung by a scorpion. Next comes parallelism. What exactly can be parallelism in a sentence? Well, it relates to the structure of the sentence. Putting it in other ways, or in other words, the different phrases, words performing the same function should be used in the same format. For example, Sonia likes to dance, sing and cook. It is correct. We can use present participle like Sonia likes dancing, singing and cooking. But we have to maintain that there should be parallelism in the sentence. For example, if I say this sentence, Sonia likes to dance, sing and cooking, it would be incorrect. Right? And why it is incorrect? Because it is not in the same format. So now let us discuss error in diction. A diction error refers to the error in choice of words, phrases. Common pair of words and phrases where you may face diction errors are like affect and effect. For example, the effect of the decision and affect the outcome. If I am saying coronavirus has affected our economy, here it is correct. Like if I have to use effect, I can say what is the effect of lockdown on Indian economy. So these words should not be misused. Next is adapt and adopt. We should have clarity of usage of the word, right? Adapt and adopt, argue against and argue with, later and later, lay, lie, few, less. For example, less water left, few students left in the class. And wrong comparison should not be used. For example, sometimes the comparisons are made between dissimilar things or in an incorrect way. For example, I say John is wiser than all men. This is incorrect way to say. John is wiser than all other men, because John is the subject and we are comparing John with other men. So John needs to be, because it is a comparative degree, John needs to be excluded from the rest of the same category. In the above example, comparative degree is used, but in case of superlative degree, the person or thing compared is included in the rest of the class. For example, John is the strongest of all men. Overall, you need to make sure that the different parts of a speech, for example, adjectives, adverbs, nouns, pronouns, conjunctions, interjections, verbs, etc., are appropriately used and at the right place in the sentence. So now you are aware of the errors that may occur in questions based on sentence correction. The next step should be to devise a strategy to answer these questions in an accurate and timely manner. And keep the following things in mind while tackling a sentence correction question. Identify the concept. Generally in such questions, one or two rules are used inappropriately. So the first task is to identify the particular kind of error or errors. Keep an eye on the time indicators like before, after, during, etc. This can help you to spot the verb tense errors easily. In some cases, the whole sentence needs to be rewritten. Once you have figured out the kind of error, try to make the correction without looking at the options. Similar answer choices. Sometimes the given answer options are very close to each other and display very less difference. So you need to be extra careful in the examination of such choices. Read the full statement before selecting your answer. Also, if there are 2-3 similar answer options, that does not mean one of them must be the right choice. The actual answer may be the completely dissimilar one. Treat all options equally. While going through the answer options, you may feel the initial particular option is correct and neglect the remaining. It is advised to go through all the options before deciding your answer choice. Pay attention to the non-underlined part also. It is common to ignore the non-underlined part of sentence, but this part may contain vital hints about the kind of error as well as the required answer. Substitute the selected answer. Before you mark your selected answer, it is a good idea to read the sentence along with the answer option. In fact, it would be better if you read it a second time after the correct insertion. Also, sometimes error is caused in an exceptional rule and not the usual standard rules. So make sure the statement makes sense. Now let us discuss elimination technique, which is very important. Multiple errors in a sentence and similar answer choices complicate matters. There would be some options that change the meaning of a sentence, while some make it grammatically incorrect. In such cases, elimination technique will help you to arrive at the right answer. Do not eliminate options with idioms or pronouns ambiguity in the first go. These options pose problem only when the meaning of the sentence is altered. The options with ing form is mostly incorrect and can be rejected outright. In some cases, the word where just as so, not only but also is used incorrectly, or half of it is missing. Right? So students, these were the things that we needed to know for sentence improvement. Hope this lecture must have been helpful for you. Thank you.